one day I was talking to a friend girl. We had went off to somewhere and we was talking about how people don't like us. Like a lot of people love me, but then I have a lot of people that don't like me. And me and my friend girl, we was talking about that situation about how people don't like us. When you walk in the room, you could tell when somebody don't like you. But I had to realize, and I shared that with her, and I was realizing that the things that people say and think about you is only the thing, they're only mirroring back the things that you think about yourself. Hard as it is to accept it, that's true. When you go places and you feel like everybody watching you and judging you and talking about you and making you feel like you don't belong, or, making you feel like that, you're not good enough to be in the situation they're in, or whatever the case may be, I had to realize that those was only my thoughts and feelings. Those was other people's thoughts and feelings, and upon me learning it, it allowed me to be better in my own personal life, to not take everything so personal and not think that everybody's out to hurt me. When I learned that, I felt so much better. It was an extra weight lifted off my shoulder, because when I go into situations, I already have that mindset of, I know these people ain't gonna like me. That's not good. That's not okay. But since so many people disliked me in my life, I was I was programmed to feel as if everybody was the same way. But it's not necessarily true that everybody's like that. You got people that don't like you, of course, but you got people that love you as well. So the same things that you mirror about yourself, people mirror it back to you. I mean, the same thing you think about yourself, people mirror it right back to you. If you think like, oh, I look fat in this. When you go into a setting and people look at you and see you, and you see somebody looking at you or snickering about something that could be totally opposite from what you think they laughing about, and you feel as if they talking about you because you feel fat. You get it? Like, if you feel like your hair ain't the best and you see people looking at you, they could be looking at your face. They can be admiring you. And you feel like, since I feel like my hair ain't good enough, they see the same thing that I see. But it's not necessarily true. It doesn't necessarily go like that. And then, like, say for instance, if you feel like you aren't pretty enough, and to this morning, I feel like I was just ugly, and thinking about that, I don't feel good this morning. Then when I go into a setting and somebody's staring at me, could be for a different reason, could be that they admire me, and I feel like, they think I'm ugly because I know I feel ugly this morning. And it could be the total opposite. So people only mirror back to you what you're thinking and what you're speaking to yourself. Know that. When you understand that, you'll be better off in situations where you think you're being judged. Because I always thought I was being judged. I always thought that people judge me. But that comes from me being programmed to that situation in my childhood where I was always judged and bullied. And, when you've been bullied, people judge you for whatever reason. But when you're a victim of bullying, it puts you in those situations. But you have to, understand yourself and love yourself for who you are, for people to mirror that. If you love you for who you are, people will mirror that back to you. So understand those things got me into a better place, because it's not what you learn, it's what you do with what you learn. Okay? Take that and run with it. Understand that, guys. And I'm gonna let you guys go. It's Kasha.